you're designing your program, you can turn the page. I put the 7 Primal Moves in your little handout. The Primal Moves is how we live. You guys squat down to sit into a chair. I'm doing a gait, to move around. I lunge and bend to pick something over. I have to twist and go back to grab something. I need to pull something off the shelf. Your workout better include these movements so you can function better in life. If I just go to a gym and I sit in a machine and I just do that and I do that and I do that, right? That doesn't translate into life at all, okay? In no way in life am I ever being supported while I push something and do that. Am I never sitting in a horizontal press and just pushing, unless you want to push your car, but that's a different story. I'm never pushing something like that. I am doing this. I am doing that. And they work in combination, like I just said. So you need to make sure your workout goes with this. But first, again, do the pit muscles. Do the small muscles first, but then start to practice these properly. Outline of a workout. Don't stretch first. I know we've been told to stretch first since the dawn of time, but don't stretch first. The reason they wanted you to stretch first because it increases the range of motion in your muscle. That's true. But that's not what happens when you stretch. So I stretch, say, I'll hold longer than 2 to 5 seconds. So I put my arm here, and I do that. It's a basic stretch people do, right? So the idea is to stretch my pec. It's not efficient, but I'm not gonna go into that right now. But now, because my body gets scared, oh, you're going too far. I have receptors in my body, so it shuts down, receptor here, shut down, receptor here, and I go a little bit further. I've increased my range of motion, but did you hear a term? I said it shut it down. Now this is off. In quotations. This is kind of off. Now I want to go do some push-ups or whatever I want to do. And that's used in push-ups. But now my body's like, well, this is turned off. What do you want me to do? Okay, I'll do it like this. Okay, I'll push this way. So don't stretch. If you want to warm up, sure. Do some cardiovascular movements, walking, jumping rope, jumping jacks, I don't care what you do. Then after that, move your body in different ways. So take each part of your body, think, okay, how do I warm up my feet? Well, maybe I do this. How do I warm my knees? Okay, maybe I do something like this. How do I warm up my hips? I don't know, maybe I do that. Work yourself in different areas and also different planes of motion. You have 3 basic planes of motion. What's called sagittal, this way, that's where we normally work. Frontal, and then transverse. So just think about, how do I warm up in a sagittal plane? How do I warm up in the frontal plane? How do I warm up in the transverse plane? After you warmed up, sure, then go do your workout. And then after your workout, stretch. Stretch to normalize your body. Every activity we do, unless it's a corrective activity, a corrective workout, will quote unquote damage your body, okay? So I go for a run, I'm flexing my hip, I'm putting tension in my calf, my thoracic's getting a little tension through my arm and leg movement, great, go for a run. Now, I stretch my hip, I stretch my calf, I stretch my T89, I stretch my back to bring it back to normal, right? Now I bring it back to normal, I lose all that force that put through there, and I can go back out the next day or day after and go run. But if I don't do that stuff, I'm gonna get a repetitive injury, okay? Because I'm always doing the same thing, and I'm never normalizing my body away from that, right? So it's like I always flex my bicep, flex. I never stretch it. Eventually, it does this. It never comes back. Now, I have inhibited function, okay? Not just my bicep, but all the arteries and stuff. A good basic plan. A basic thing you want to think about when you're planning a program is like, oh, what muscles do I put together? It's too hard to tell you. But I can tell you, think about the easiest thing. If I work something in front, push-ups, I want to work something behind me, pull-ups or rows. Because they're opposite each other. So you can just look at your body in the mirror and go, oh, I want to work here, I should work here. I want to work here, I should probably also work here too. Now I'm balancing my body out. It might not be specific, but at least you're getting better. Because almost every workout I see, everything takes place right here, okay? Pushing, curling, triceps, pull down, everything's right here, okay? I get no work back here, I get no work back here, and I get no work back here. So now I get myself strong in this area, and that's it. Now I go out in everyday life, and somebody asks me to pick something up, and it goes my back. It's because it's not prepared, because you got it strong only right here. Okay? Most of your injuries will happen when you guys are sitting down, and if you're to turn, lean back, and pick something up. Because the back's compressed, they don't know how to twist, and they lean back, and all of a sudden, back spasm, and their whole back senses up. It's because they don't know to work different areas. You want to incorporate more the things you need to do than you want to do. What do you need to do? The stuff that you don't like. So when you think about it and you go, you do that first. You do that more, and then you can incorporate more of the stuff you like. We always want to gravitate to what we can do, right? So an example is somebody who does yoga, she loves to stretch and all that stuff, and big bodybuilders, no, I just want to lift some weights, right? They both should do the opposite. The yoga person should lift, the big bodybuilder should stretch more, right? But they don't like to because it's not good. They don't, ego-wise, no, I'm not good at that. Again, I said different planes of motion for your body. I like this picture that I found on the internet in terms of rep ranges. So everybody says, well, how many reps do I do? How many sets do I do? I don't know what you want to do. So I like how they use a different color chart here. I know it's hard to see. So the yellow is I'm working a lot. The blue is I'm working a little. The green is like, not really, okay? But you see, it's always working. They're always working. So with about 2 reps, let's just take chest press. 2 reps. Oh yeah, strength and power, hypertrophy, which is muscle volume, getting some muscle, and a little muscle endurance. Okay, now I get to 7 reps. My strength and power start to go down, my hypertrophy starts to get bigger, and my muscle endurance starts to kick in some more. I keep going, about 13, 15 reps, strength and power really declining now, hypertrophy is kind of going away, and muscle endurance is not kicked in. I get all the way to 20 reps, I have almost 0 strength and power, my hypertrophy is almost nil, but my muscle endurance is way up. So it depends on where you want to go. Again, it comes back to your goal. What do you want to do? Okay? Do you want to put a muscle? Do you want to get more endurance? Do you want to build tissue in a certain area? You have to decide what you want to do, which is usually what you need, and then decide how many reps. And you can use this little chart. The one below it shows that there's an inverse relationship between reps and sets. If I do, in general, more reps, I do less sets. If I do less reps, I do more sets. Did I say that right? Yeah, I did. But it's an inverse. So, example is when these guys do the Olympic lifting and like the power strength guys, they'll do they're doing a squat and they do like 3 to 4 reps and they put the weight down and they walk away and they hang out for like 5 minutes and talk to their friends and maybe do some good balancing stuff and they come back, then they do another one because they have to wait a long time because it's such a heavy weight. You have different ways your body works. It works neurologically, and it works more cellularly, okay? Neurologically, my CNS. Muscular-wise is what people know, the burn, right? It's actually harder to work your nervous system. So when you see people who are like really push themselves, and they push themselves to kind of fail and like throw up, like that's the big thing now, you're not training your nervous system to fail. You're telling your body, I want to get to this position and completely collapse. Okay, collapse, have fun. Right? So it's not just the burn in your muscle that you're looking for. That's important, sure, push through that. But when you start to feel like kind of like loosey and you kind of want to check out a little bit, and like you're like, oh, I'm getting tired, hey, stop. That's it. Put it down, leave, go home, do some stretching, eat some good food, get some good sleep, come back the next day and do it again. You can't get it all at once. You always want to regularly assess yourself. So you pick your goal, you pick what you want, you design your little program with your sheet I gave you, and you start to do it, and after about like a month, you're like, okay, let's check in. Take yourself like 30 minutes. Okay, here's what I did for 4 weeks. I was 70% good first week, I was 75% good, it became 85%, 90% good. So I saw a progression. Oh, good job for me. Now I say, okay, am I getting my goals? Okay, I wanted to have my back feel better. It kind of still hurt. It's a little bit better, a little bit better. It's getting better, but there's something different. Okay, there's something wrong. I'm doing something incorrect with my program. So I stop and think, okay, what do I need to do different? Not, I should push harder and do more of the same and end up with the same results. So you assess what's going on, then you go back and you go, okay, if I miss something, how do I change it up a little bit? There's a lot of reasons I've seen hundreds of people work out. I've seen people who succeed and I've seen people fail. The people who fail have an open attitude about it. It's not that they don't struggle. It's not that they don't get frustrated. They have an open attitude like, I need to get better, okay? So they get frustrated, they curse a little bit, they come back, and they do it again, right? Oh, I got better. And then they start to get some balance. So you want to think about, am I leaving myself open to get better mentally? And that goes back to that first thing of setting your goals and your expectations. You always want to have a system. It's another reason I'm doing this thing. So I hear people like, oh, how do you work out? Oh, I do a little yoga here, and I go hike here, and I go to bike riding here, and whatever. I'm like, oh, that sounds fun. Are you meeting your goals? No. It's because they're all over the place. So an example I give to people is if I go to college. So I get to college, I made it to college, and I want to be a lawyer. I'm going to be a lawyer. But then I sign up for my classes, and I sign up for creative writing, art expressionism, underwater basket weaving, maybe a law course right here, and then something else. I have never become a lawyer, ever. I have to just decide this is what I want to do, okay? I need to take my steps for my lawyer and go through it. It's the same thing for workout. I want to get big and strong, but I'm doing biking and yoga. It's not going to get you big and strong. It's going to give you something else, okay? At the end here, so how long does it take? So I've never seen a program get decent results less than 90 days. And the people I've seen do that were like rigid. Right? They really, okay, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. In general, it takes around 10 months, not only just through you, trial and error, but also physiologically, it takes your body about that time to adapt. So it's not just I'm getting stronger and like, I feel stronger, right? It's like I'm getting stronger and now my body goes, okay, now it starts to replace the old bad body and replace it with a new body. This comes with the cartilage I build, with the bones I build again, the realignment of my structure with my muscles and fascia. It takes time, what's called, I'm not gonna use a term. I break down the cells and I bring back cells, okay? I break them down, I bring them back, I bring them down. So it's like somebody breaking down a wall, okay, they broke it down, and now they have to put the brick down and put some mortar down and put another one and put another one. It's the same thing with your body, just a little more complex. So for me, this is tooting my own horn right here, if you put together a complete program, I've seen it achieve great results. The first guy's Jim had tons of herniations in his spine, 2 fake hips, triple bypass surgery, and was literally this far away from spinal surgery. I said, man, you have a choice. So you can work really hard or you can get surgery. He saw my teacher, Guy, got some treatment, got on to me with a program, worked really hard, because when you're faced with spinal surgery, you're just a little motivated. In about 2 months, he was able to put together a program so he felt good. And the second is Logan. Young girl, the perpetual, I want to lose 10 to 20 pounds entire life. Same program, I just dictated now more for body fat loss. Pretty much the same type of stuff, but the emphasis changing. So with your program, that's what you can do. You just need to decide what you want to do and then just switch the variables to make sure it hits there. So the fastest way is always, of course, to invest in a coach, that's me, or to just sit down and try to really learn what you need to do. But the main thing is really, I'm going to go back to it again, really decide what you want, really, and decide what I'm willing to put forth and how much time I'm willing to spend. Well, thank you for coming, I appreciate it. Please come to the thing, tell people all about us, and I hope to see you guys around. All right, thank you.